Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So congratulations guys, today is the video number 50th of this ReactJS complete developer course. And I need to congratulate all of you who have watched my videos and supported me in this journey. Today I'm feeling very proud and very happy because finally we achieved this target, because this little milestone actually motivates us a lot, and especially when you like and comment and give suggestions, it actually motivates me more. So congratulations all of you. And today we are going to perform the CRUD operations in React.js using the Firebase database, the real-time cloud database. And in my previous video, I have created a real-time Firebase database on Firebase Google account, and I've explained you how we can create that. It's very simple, it's very easy. You can make the databases there online and you can use this on your React.js projects. And in that previous videos, I also explained how we can actually hide the sensitive data when we have database connection, how we can actually do that. So guys, before starting the video, if you have not subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe to my channel. My channel name is Amir Pervez, and you can see all the videos. And the last video is video number 49, and I'm doing all this stuff for all of you so that you can learn the complete React.js developer course, because nowadays React is so much in demand. And I suggest you that if you are moving towards this field, it's a very recommendable thing from my side, because I think this is one of the great course. You can learn a lot from this course. So thank you very much guys for always supporting. So now let's get started. And if you have not, if you want my source code, which I do in my examples, I share all the source code here, and I will also update the today's project as well as with you, all of you. So thanks guys. So now you can see here, this is the Firebase database, and in the last video we have created this employee DB database, and this is the demo data. So now I'm going to use the VS Code, and now in I just created this step, npx create React app Firebase project. So I've just created the project, and after that I need to run this command npm add Firebase. This actually connection library added in that package.json. It actually helps us to make a connection with the real-time cloud database, right guys? So if we go in the package.json, you can see here this Firebase. So now the next step, what I need to do is I need to run this. So all I'm going to do is, yeah, great. So I'm going to say something. I need to write here complete CRUD operation using Firebase database. We do not need to show the empty. So that's why I've run this. Okay, cool. It's loading, and now we are going to make a really beautiful demo. And what we are going to do, actually, we are going to perform this operation. We can create this is the example for students. I'm going to create a new one with employees, create students, edit the students, delete the students. I'm going to share this project as well as and cancel the changes. So now we are going to achieve this. So all you need to do is, first you will go here and you will create a new file there with the file name Firebase config.js. And you remember in my last video, I just shared with you that you need to, uh, let me just show you again. You need to make sure you need to have this connection string, right guys? So you need to have this connection file. So I'm going to copy this all and I'm going to paste it here in this file. I do not need Google Analytics here. It's good. So I'm not going to show the values like this. So what I need to do, I need to make an env file, which I've already created. I've shared in my previous video how we can create that. I'm going to copy React app Firebase. Great. I'm going to pass these values. And now I'm going to, I'm going to use with process.env and with the field names. So I'm going to do that. I'm not, it's up to you. If you need to hide only one value, you can hide one. It's completely up to you. There's no any restrictions. So now you can see here the values are not visible to users. So user cannot now see on the backend that what we are actually doing. So it's really simple. You just need to add an env file and you can hide all this data. So what you can do now, you have the connection string, and now this app will initialize when it will create a connection with our Firebase. All you need to do is you need to export this DB uh, with our React project. So you will write the DB, and you need to write get fire. We have one function here which actually made the connection, make a connection with our database. So this is actually the URL of this file, get firestore, and it is recommended by the Firebase, and it is going to make a connection to this DB. Right, guys? So this we are going to export this in on every component where we need to use this. So first, what we are going to do now, at first we are going to achieve this part, and I will recommend you that first we can fetch the data and then we can do this task. So we have already written the one data here with the employee, and I've just created this dummy data in the previous video. So you can see that, yes. So this is data we are going to fetch it now. So now I will go here on the app.js, and now all you need to do is on the app.js you need to make some UI changes and some stuff, right? Some stuff that we can fetch the data from the API, right, guys? So it's not very difficult, it's very simple. You can easily get this data, but you need to make some changes here. Now I'm going to say it import, and I'm going to say use state. We need to use use state, and I'm going to say it use effect, because whenever our page get loads, we need to get the data from, and we are getting this from the React, right? So now what we need to do is we are going to create the use state here. So I'm going to say it const employees and set employees. Great, guys. And now I'm going to say use state. Cool. And the second part is use effect, which I have just written. And all you need to do is whenever whenever our page loads first time, we need to actually get the data. So what you need to do actually, you need to actually do some stuff here. Make sure you write things rightly and comma, and this bracket means when first time page gets loaded, it will bring the data from the API. So now we need to write some function. I will write the function outside. If you need, I need to use somewhere else, so I can use that. Const get employees, right? And I will call this inside the use effect. Great, guys. So now what you need to do, you need to get the employees. So getting the employees is not a very difficult here in this React. So what you need to do first, you need to make a connection with a database. I'm going to say DB, and here after that I'm going to say it DB, and then I'm going to say from. Now you need to pass the URL for your config file. Great. So I'm going to import this DB, and in DB with DB we can perform the further actions. And now I'm going to say it import, and there is some built-in libraries for connection. So I'm going to say collections and get docs. And we are going to import this from Firebase. The library which we have just added, it's actually helping us to perform all this task. Right, guys? So now in the we have the get employees, and I will go in the get employees, and now I'm going to write that I need to write get data const data is equal to await get docs, and now I'm going to pass the reference. I need to pass the database and class table name. So what I'm going to say here, I'm going to write const and employees collection reference. This collection reference is actually reference to the database and the table. And I'm going to say it collection, which we have just imported. And here I need to pass the database. Yes, I need to pass the DB and comma, and I need to pass the second argument. In the second argument, I need to pass the table name. And the table name is students. Sorry, employees. Great, guys. So now our employees correction reference is available. Now we need to pass this here, and what it will do, it will go here and it will bring back the data. So you can see the error here. Why this error is here? Because we have used await, so we need to use the async for this. So now I'm going to say it. Before that, I need to pass async, because it's not a good practice that we use use effect as async. So I use this method outside the use effect. So now it will bring back the data, and after that, once we get the data, it will actually, I need to set this data now. I will set this data, set employees, which we have just created. So before setting the data, I'm going to show you in what format we're getting the data, console.log, and I'm going to say data. So you can see here, now we are getting this data. So now if I go here and click here, so we are not getting any data and it's showing some errors. No worries. It's We are here to resolve all these issues. So you can see here we our data is not visible, which is very good. And going to check this out and solve this. So we will check this, and guys, actually we have not used this function inside this. So how could we expect that it is going to show the output to us? And now if I press F12, and now you can see here, yes. Now you can see here it bring back some data, and if we go in the Firestore, and here you can see we got some data from the database, and this is query. Great, guys. So we now actually start getting the data, and I need to check in the query, and here we need to check the Firestore. Cool. So now in the docs, we need to find a docs here. So Firestore, and then we need to make sure it's loaded correctly. Yes, it seems okay. Everything is good. Great, guys. So the information about this data. This is a project ID we have just used. It looks good to me now. Everything is visible and clearly mentioned. So if we go here in the docs, yes, in the docs, if you see here in the docs, we have document and then document data, and here we can find the values of our data. So now we need to fetch the data like this same way. So now I will go here and I'm going to write, I'm going to remove this one, and I'm going to say it, set employees. We need to pass data and then docs and then map, because we can have more than one record as well as. And now I'm going to say it bracket, curly bracket. So now I'm going to get the object, and after getting the object, I'm going to say dot data, and we can pass the ID separately. So I'm going to pass some ID dot ID, right, guys? So this is how we are going to actually fetch the record. Now I'm going to remove these things, and now we get the data in set employees. So now after this, or what you need to do is after this, you need to actually fetch this record on the UI. So it's not also very difficult thing. What you need to do, you need to loop all this. So what you need to do it now, you will go here, and I will recommend you to create a div here again and add UL, and inside that UL, because I'm going I need to pass some CSS classes. I will show you. I'm going to say map, and now you can say EMP, which is fine because we have not any complex things here. So now it looks good. So I need to pass some return. And I'm going to say it li. And in the li, I need to pass the data in h3, which is fine. I'm going to say name and like this, emp dot name. Now I'm going to copy all this, and now I'm going to set age and employee email. I mean, I don't remember what we actually created in our previous video field. So let me just check it out. So here we can say email, age, email, name, salary, and department. Okay, which is fine. Email, age, and then email, then salary and department. Cool, guys. I did some mistake, which is okay. Mistake is always problematic until you don't realize it. So we have quickly realized it. No worries. So now I need to create some buttons, but later on I will add some buttons here, and we can show some buttons like added and delete text like this. So it would help us more. And now it looks good. Yeah, it looks great. So, okay, guys. So I need to check it out. Is there any? Okay, looks good. And then now I need to check it out. There's some tags issue. I need to make sure everything works fine. It looks good now. So we'll go and check this out, and we are expecting some outputs. No, but we didn't get any output. We get some errors. Cannot read property of undefined. So it means we are not getting any data. So we need to check this out. Why? We said employees, and after that we are expecting we will get data in this employees, and but we didn't get any data. We need to make sure and check this out at why we didn't get any data. What was the issue here? So we need to recheck these things, employees, map, and then I'm using the employee object name. It looks good, ally, and then I'm going to say name and all this stuff. So we need to understand console. It means that we do not have any data in the employees. So I'm going to just recheck this out. Okay, where we are getting this error, we are getting this error here. So that means this employees field is not working correctly. So we'll check this out. It seems like it is undefined when page is load, which is okay. So I'm going to write like this. And now we are going to check this out, and I'm expecting, yeah. So now you can see here we get the output name, Ahmed Parvez, age, and salary, and all the things. So now if I go and add one more record here, and I'm going to say it a new document, and I'm going to name it name. I'm going to say it Sarah, and now I'm going to say age. So we can say 31, and then I'm going to say it email. Okay, and now I'm going to say salary. So it's okay, and I'm going to say department, HR. Great, guys. I need to change the type to same. Cool. So now if I go and again refresh this page, and now we are expecting the two records, which is good. record 1 and record 2. Nice guys. So now in the next video, I'm going to apply some CSS and I'm going to show you how we can edit and update the record. So thank you very much guys. Have a good day. And in the next video, I'm going to continue working on this CRUD operation using the Firebase database.